That dumbass shit. Continue.
Wasn't it Eddie that joked? Beep, lights are on.
Whoop, whoop. Is this my phone? Yeah, boy. Yo, fam. Did I ever tell y'all about this jealous side chick I had back in the day?
Oh,
Well, she would leave her thongs in between my pillow casing after every entanglement we had, right? Trying to get me caught up. And it finally paid off when I invited another side piece over for the very first time. But it paid off for me, not her. because I always find a way to make this shit work for me, fam. I mean, it worked in my favor. So this shorty who found it was like, damn, you must be like that. If she's willing to leave behind some expensive Vicky secrets, and I'll quote her, "Play on, player." Thought you were gonna get me caught up.
And fuck that. Who is you to be asking me questions? I got to talk. I gotta tell what I feel. I gotta talk about my life as I see it.
Another one, y'all. Wifey got mad at me the other day because I tried to put her on to some American game, y'all. She and most of her friends grew up in Africa and other parts of the world, right? So I was just trying to inform her, have her be informed. Y'all know this ain't my first rodeo, right? So we got a humdinger of a show for y'all today. So enjoy. How was y'all's Memorial Day weekend, by the way?
nice, man.
It was pretty good.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was eventful.
Yeah.
right. How was
Exactly.
that DJing like? I mean, I know it got the crowd from the last time, right?
I mean, the weather kind of ruined like Friday night and like Saturday because like
Oh
it was
yeah.
like the sky opened up and it was pouring. Like parts of
Mhm.
Ocean City was like flooding. Like the street I was on was flooding. Had to move my car and trudge through street
Oh
water to
wow.
move it. Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, man, I don't know if people coming out tonight, but it was pretty fun. I had a good time. Saturday night was probably the most fun for me, mix wise. Friday night, everyone was annoying me with requests. I'm like, everybody need to chill. Message to the
You know they ain't
general
been out in a
public.
while, B. So,
Bro, it was like a line. I had like a list. I had a list of requests just by itself.
and that's annoying for DJs. Like,
I'll
yo,
give you rule. I'll give you our general rules of thumb for the general public when you give out requests.
okay.
Rule number one:
Mhm.
if it's a popular song and the DJ is good at his job, it's already going to be playing. So if you come up to me and ask me a song that's already on the radio
It's annoying.
or very popular that already knows and it's very hot,
Mhm.
and you tell me to play that song, it's being redundant. Like just save your breath,
I might even
save
play
your
it
time,
twice.
save your energy. Rule number two:
Mhm.
if you're requesting a song, make sure it's a good one. I don't need you to be requesting some slow country song that you want to hear so bad because you like it. I'm a DJ. I'm not Spotify. All right.
Right. And you know, because DJs now, like y'all do everything from your laptop. There's
Yeah,
no song that you can't get for them. But before,
it's
it's like
true,
you know,
but
it's got the
you wanna
wax.
you
You're
wanna
like, yo, I don't have that.
you,
Go
you
sit
want to
down.
fit the vibe of the mix. You want to
Right.
keep the party going. You want to
Mhm.
have something upbeat and you know what I'm saying, everyone that could have fun with.
Mm.
And it just throws me off when you give me some slow jam, some country song that doesn't have no upbeat feeling to it, something that makes you move, like a dance song. Like
Right.
it can
Something
be
up
any
tempo.
genre as long as it's dance oriented.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
In my
Somebody
last
jumped in
rule,
real quick. Okay.
right. In my last rule for
Mhm.
DJing, the last one.
Mhm.
Um, if I cannot play, say if after a certain point, if it's last call and I told you I can't play
Already.
the song,
Mm-hmm.
and management says I can't play the song,
Mm-hmm.
leave me alone.
Leave me the hell alone.
Go wherever you had to go. Go close out your tab.
Right.
Get out my face.
Right.
Like I don't
Those are the
need you
3
to
golden rules.
beg me. I understand that. Yes, I'm great at my job and I know what I'm doing, and the mix is great, and you want to keep having fun.
Right.
But the bar has rules that I have to follow.
Gotcha.
So after last call and the last song's playing, I'm done.
requests.
Leave me alone. Have a great night. You can talk to me, you can have a conversation, but don't keep asking me to play one more song.
You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell up out of here.
Exactly. That's exactly the energy I'm on right there for that.
Yo, Dubz, how about you, man? How was your Memorial Day weekend?
It was nice, man. Kick back and relax a little bit, and after a long, crazy payroll week.
Right.
So yeah, man, it was nice. Had me some Fireball, so everything was on point.
Okay, so the weather didn't really affect you anyhow.
No, not at all. I got the grass all cut before the rain came.
Right.
So Monday I could chill and relax.
Awesome. Yo, Chris B, you have a lot of explaining to do. And so do you, cousin Zulu.
About what?
I see you creeping over there.
Explaining about what?
Oh, we're gonna get to that in a minute, man. We're gonna
let's get into it then. What
we might as well jump right into this head first, like, you know what I'm saying? But before we jump into it, let me see. What do I got for y'all, man? Oh yeah, here we go. Y'all remember this?
I don't think y'all ready for this one. Queen B knockout collabo. If you don't know, now you know. Working all day, pull up and don't play. Girls in the club, ice grilling his thugs. I wanna dump, is it 'cause I'm a shine? Ice talking about blind you.
Might throw this down on Friday night when I go back up there again.
Sticky green is on and popping. The DJ's rocking. Chickens is watching. It's on tonight.
It's on the night, y'all.
That's a Bad Boy production, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you already know.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Wait a
minute. I'm gonna go all ragey on y'all tonight. Is that Brandy's little brother? You know that part of the song? Yup. One wish, curtains closed. I hit it first. Shout out to Kiki. Y'all know who Kiki is. Oh, wait a minute. It's on tonight. Hey, you Cowboy fans who are all up in arms about Jalen Smith wearing Tony Oh No Romo's number 9. Stop the madness, because Romo is not even a Hall of Famer. Let's keep it 100 here. He wasn't even better than Danny. No, White. You remember that? Danny, no. Before Dexter Manley came around the corner and clocked him.
Right.
Yeah. At least I would say Danny took us to an NFC championship game. Yep. Yeah. And I don't see anyone going after rookie Micah Parsons for choosing number 11. You see what I'm saying? So it's obvious y'all don't know the history of the Dallas Cowboys, because we have better. Child, please. Who raised you? And shout out to my man or my cousin Ocho Cinco and TK Kirtland. Y'all know who they are, right? Yeah. Here we go again, one more time.
These number switches are gonna have the NFL season looking crazy this year.
What's that, B? What'd you say?
I said these number switches are gonna have the NFL season looking crazy this year.
Yeah.
Tom Brady talking about he gonna know who's blitzing and all that stuff. I'm like,
that's gonna be fun.
Get out of here with that. I don't want to hear all that complaining and stuff.
Yeah, no more complaining, Brady. Yeah. You're supposed to be the GOAT, remember?
So check it out. You know how we do it here. We're back like the summer herpes, clubbing, theaters, Future, and Cat Williams. And some gals from back from a girls' trip to the Bahamas who ran into Dexter St. Jock ecstatic, elated, euphoric, giddy, and chipper and skipping. And they just don't give a shut your mouth what their lovers do, think, feel, or say. You remember that, B? Hold on. Let me hit him with it real quick.
Dexter St. John. That smooth Bahama shit on your woman. What a beautiful girl like you doing by herself when you're in love. This is the island for love. You should be being held right now. Girl, what you crying about? I have a problem with my boyfriend, so I came down here to think it over. But you know, hotel that your man staying in me, go over there and tell him that you treat a woman like you like a princess. If you're a wild woman, I make love to you constantly. This man staying in.
Eddie.
I make love to you constantly. All right, for Pete's sake, you're not a baller, fam. Sending your girlfriend or wifey on a girls' trip to the Bahamas after the COVID-19 restrictions are lifted, it's called a hall pass where I'm from. Take it from an ex-player from the other side of Duns River Falls, who once was part of the welcoming committee. And boss ladies, it's called Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. And while you're at it, let's stop calling grown-ass adults over the age of 19 kids in our society. I believe this is holding men, women, and others in this society back from maturing on schedule. Who raised ya? Now, don't ever say that Uncle Pete never gave y'all the game. Okay, let the hype begin. Not hoopla, my friends. Hold on. Too many interruptions here. I got another thing to tell y'all, man.
Phony rappers who do not write, phony rappers who do not excite, phony rappers.
The New York Knickerbockers and the Boston Celtics ain't shit, and Gilligan never got off the island. The drought continues. Check it out, y'all. I'm gonna do my man, what's his name from last night?
Trae Young.
Thank you.
The new beast.
Yeah, I love it. Let's go.
See you in Philadelphia.
So Pete, how did Jaylen Brown do last night?
Oh, Jaylen?
Yeah.
I don't know. But
How about Robert Williams? How did Robert Williams do?
not that good.
Walker, how did he do? How many points did Kemba get?
Hot off the press in the net. Go ahead and smack that red button to subscribe and then click that notification bell. Then you can like and share this content with others. And it's spelled GUERRILLA Podcast Sports by way of YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and more platforms to come in the very near future. Take the extra mile and see how lonely but rewarding it is. Let's get it. Keeping it centennial without celebrating the years of a massacre, however, acknowledging it happened. That means keeping it 100. Just like recounting the events that happened in Greenwood, Tulsa, Oklahoma during 1921, 100 years ago. Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. What's poppin'? And greetings to our listeners and viewers. Often imitated but never ever duplicated, we are Guerrilla Podcast Sports, also known as GPS, with the segments Either Or that features island picks and clean sweeps because, as you can see, we are peeps. The Grapevine and the 500-pound gorilla in the Zoom. Look, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel, but we just don't want to wait over 100 years before we put them at the bottom of a suitcase. And we sent a man to the moon prior to rolling luggage? So let's keep it moving because we got to give the people what they want and need, you dig? And this is how we're going to do it. And now, starting as wise men, my ace and brother who bleeds the other colors of burgundy and gold, the mathematical whiz, born and raised in the DMV, but now podcast just outside of the steel city of Pittsburgh, PA, aka the voice of reason. Our man my man, Peter Dubz.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right.
You gotta bow. You gotta bow. You gotta bow.
I love it. I love it. And now, podcasting from his DJ booth at Fishtail in Ocean City, Maryland, while leading the youth movement, an Eagles and Lakers fan from Day Uno, music producer and DJ, aka KOTJ, creating masterpieces in the labs and on the wheels of steel. But like a modern day power forward, he drops jewels and dimes all the time with inside scoops and solid picks as a great podcaster with a tremendous upside. I'm mad, Chris B.
Anthony Davis is a game time decision.
I don't think it matters.
Depending on them workouts, the warm ups, he might be back. Yeah, I know how LeBron plays facing this elimination.
And now, showing stick-to-itiveness while repping the Cowboys Nation and the Celtics and Knicks Hater Club, acting as a restaurant club and bar owner during the COVID era, filling in as a waiter, cook, bartender, DJ, bouncer. Yours truly, Uncle P, aka Negro Damas. So if you are seeking informed sports talk that is never outdated, then you are at the right location. So huddle up and gather some of this sports info and knowledge with spectacular vernacular on another episode of the 500-pound gorilla in the Zoom. What it do, familia? What it do? What it do? What it do?
Happy day.
We're
happy
back
day.
at it. Hey, Jay.
LeBron facing elimination. You know how it is.
Oh, yeah. It's
40-point game. Book it.
Ooh, yeah.
All I know is one thing. He better not try to be cute and go up and whisper in somebody's ears at the end of the game when they're shooting free
The
throws,
free
like
throws.
he did to Gilbert Arenas.
Oh, he gonna get a tech for that.
Not gonna work now.
And y'all heard it here first on GPS, baby. We're back in the saddle. Here's some farcical buffoonery and coonery. Congressman Tim Scott and VP Kamala Harris said America is not a racist country. And the Celtics GM, oh, my bad. I wrote this over Memorial Day weekend. So now the former GM, Danny Ainge, says Celtics fans don't act racist during games. I'm rolled too tight. You can't pull me. So along with that, you know how we do it here, man. We got to have some theme music for them. Should we go Sean Paul on them, or let me see? What we
Just
got?
give me the light and pass
Pastor
the
Joe. Yeah. I was thinking about that, but instead, I might just give him this. Where is it? Oh, man. Okay. I think I lost. Oh, here it is right here. We're going to report them. We're going to report them or deport them, however y'all want to do it.
Both. Do it both. I don't even care.
We don't care
Get
anymore.
rid of them. Get rid of all that. That's wild.
So
Whoever cancels it faster, do it.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give them a rundown of our topics nowadays, instead of just having them go all the way through. So they'll know what we on. Here's the rundown for the topics for this episode. The NFL. We'll discuss who will possibly be A-Rod's Deshaun, what's his last name? Watson, and Julio Jones 2021 teams. We'll also discuss the NFC East Chronicles, OTA updates and debates. And of course, MLB dubs, doubles, and double plays. And also the NBA Finals potential matchup with tongue-in-cheek Lakers versus Nets, or should we skip it and go with Dub's prediction Nets versus Jazz? I don't know. Do you still feel confident about that pick, Chris B? Because I sure as hell don't.
Once again, LeBron facing elimination, undefeated in the first round.
Okay, we'll see.
He's going to put on a show regardless if AD plays or not.
Okay.
Have you not remember Game 6 in Boston when he played for Miami? And he shut that arena down.
And that was like 10 years ago, eons ago.
But that's just one of the most iconic ones.
Okay.
He has plenty of crazy elimination game performances.
Hey, Father Time, like I said, is undefeated.
His blood.
And so is that poll at Candy Cane City. Were we wrong about Austin Rivers? Doc Rivers' baby, pride and joy. And also best player in the NBA 22 or younger. Win, loss, or pause. Celtics head coach. Oh, my bad. Once again, president of basketball operations, Brad Stevens, comments about the Nets, and better known as The Call by Shannon Sharp to Julio Jones. And also this episode's Crash Dummy. And also we have the Grapevine little segment there. And also we have E.Orr. So starting off with the NFL, baby. That's where we at right now. Okay. We covered this topic last summer of the 2020 when we were brand new to the podcasting game. I'm gonna see if you guys remember this.
Kaylee, thank you. Now to the major announcement from the NFL tonight. The league revealing it will support now the end of the controversial practice of race norming, as it's called, in brain injury settlements, which assumes black former players start out with lower cognitive functioning. The practice making it harder for them to receive compensation for some brain injury claims. Here's ABC's Eva Pilgrim tonight.
Tonight, the NFL pledging to help in the controversial practice of race norming. Race norming, critics claim, assumes black players start at a lower cognitive level than white players, making it harder for black former players to qualify for compensation after some head injuries.
I just want to be looked at the same way as a white guy.
Yeah, that's BS. Anyway, who wants to jump on that first?
Man.
We talked about it, right? You remember?
Yeah, we did.
Back in the day, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I guess this is just continued prejudice in the medical fields when it comes to just anything. Even professional NFL players deal with racism in the medical field. Okay. There's plenty of inconsistencies with a lot of care when it comes to us. So it's crazy because it's just like, this man played in the most modern day gladiator sport known to man. And he's asking for treatment. I'm like, what else do you need? Like, we don't, the common misconception with us in getting care is because they think we're trying to get drugs off of doctors. And what kind of back in the day crap is that? Like, why would anyone think that we want to lie to a doctor just to get some drugs? That's all the way wrong. It happens when black women after pregnancy have to suffer from afterbirth and stuff like that. And they say, I'm in pain. This hurts. And the doctors don't believe them because they're thinking they're trying to get drugs off of the doctors. That's just outright wrong. And it kills me to even see this continuing to happen to professional NFL players. Like it knows no bounds, and there needs to be some major legislation changes or some I guess culture shifts in teaching the next doctors and nurses, because this is so far has been shown as it's a cultural thing. It's been passed down. It's continuously going. We're still in 2021. We have to deal with this. We can't even get proper care in a hospital, and it's 20
rules don't work.
This is crazy. Like, I don't understand. Like, have we not reached any type of improvement or some sort of empathy for us? Nothing. And not even when it comes to getting us some proper care in the medical field. Like, that's crazy to me. I don't understand how we're still asking for equality on multiple facets.
I don't.
And I'm like, that I don't get how Tim Scott and Kamala can even fix their lips to say America's not racist. Like, come on. It's still very strong.
What Kwame Brown called them? Get along, get along, or whatever.
Yeah, that's exactly. I feel that.
That's what it is. Keep getting those promotions. Dubz, you want to add in on that?
Yeah, man. It's a disgrace, man. It's an absolute disgrace. And I'm with Chris B. It's a shame, man. It's a head scratcher. Why
2021,
we're still dealing with that, in that area on that.
Just to hear that, I was like, what?
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
on national news. Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I have one thing to say.
That's crazy. What the fuck is going on?
Yes.
All right,
I
man. We're
agree.
gonna move past that real quick because we already know the deal. All right, A-Rod. Where do y'all think A-Rod's gonna end up, man? Who wants to take that first? Actually, I got my number system here. I think Chris won the last time, right? So
Yeah, he did.
this is his. Oh, damn! Look, Dubz.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what it is. It my fingers or is it him? All right, B, go ahead. Take
It's
that.
Juju. I don't know. I got it.
Something you
I got it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see. What, is he still on the contract?
No, I'm saying, where do you think he's going to end up? Do you think he's going to bounce
after
out
the
of
season?
Green Bay? Yeah, or do you see him staying in Green Bay to
He wants
play?
somewhere with a decent defense,
Right.
hands down. I think he's fine on the offensive side of the ball, and he wants to go somewhere with a decent defense.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows where a lot of these teams will be after the season?
Mm-hmm.
But I think he wants somewhere that can get him the ball back in short fields,
Good defense.
crunch time when they need one more possession to get him over the top, stuff like that. So I think any team that has a good defense can be his suitor.
I see Dubz smiling over there. He's all giddy.
Yeah, and it could be. I can throw Washington in the hat in the fold because if they already have QB questions, who's going to run it? Fitzmagic, Fitztragic, or Heineke, and if that controversy continues to go throughout the season, they're going to be looking to woo Rodgers to Washington, which I don't want, but it's a major possibility because their defense is just so stout.
Yeah, but you might have to give up a lot.
And I agree. They're going to sell the farm for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The problem with all that though is, in order for him to go to a team with a good defense or better than average defense, that breaks some of the Packers' rules. A, that means he has to stay in the NFC.
Mm-hmm.
B, that probably means they're going to end up playing against him because they play Washington this season.
Right.
Do they play Dallas?
No.
I think it's NFC North versus NFC East.
Right.
So I think we see all the teams.
No.
Right.
No.
Is it?
We play
it's the South.
The South.
So,
yeah. We don't see them this year.
Yeah,
but we do see the Vikings. We play the Vikings out of that division.
So whatever place that y'all placed in,
Yeah.
the first place teams play the first place, third place plays third place,
Yeah.
stuff like that last season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't think they want to trade him to another NFC team. I think they want to send him to the AFC.
Right.
And they definitely don't want to send him to a team that they may face in the regular season.
Right.
So they'd be better off just sending them to the Raiders, man.
Yeah.
Take Derek Carr. Just take Derek Carr. Send him there.
That used car is about to put and boogie out of town, man. End up on some lot somewhere. Yeah. Well, A-Rod back to the pack because after June 1st, a trade will cost the Packers $22 million going against their cap. So I say that he's going to stay there. He's going to have to suck it up. But more than likely, if he stays, he might not play. He just might take it all the way. Like, hey, I'm just not going to play this season. And
that's not a good choice for him.
Roll with love. I know, because he's going to be losing out on all that money. And then too, he's not at the age where, you want to miss a year. You got what I'm saying? Right. So he might have to stick his tail between his legs and, join the pack.
Deshaun Watson can make that choice to take a year off.
Yeah.
What he's dealing with.
And he's got the skill.
And he's got youth and skill on his side. But A-Rod, A-Rod, he can't do that. A-Rod, he can't do that, man.
Right.
He
can't afford that. All right. So, what do y'all think about Deshaun? Where should he end up? B.
If I had my druthers, I'd send him to I think he should go to the Saints.
Saints? I was thinking the Saints.
Yeah.
I was thinking the Saints.
And ship.
I was even thinking Rodgers to
Winston.
Ship Winston to Houston and let him and Tyrod battle it out.
That's a good landing spot.
That's a good landing spot. I agree.
What you
Force
got?
and Watson to the Vikings.
Send them where?
To the Vikings.
To the Vikings. Damn, B, we think alike. I got him going
agree.
to the Vikings for some picks and Kirk Cousin. Shiv him out. You know they'll jump on that.
Get rid of him. That'll be a major upgrade for that offense.
Yeah. What about Julio? B.
Baltimore.
Because you know
that'd be a great pairing.
I think we didn't ask where he should end. Oh yeah, we did. We said what nest should he land in, and it was either Baltimore or I think
Seattle.
Seahawks.
Yeah, but I think Baltimore. Yeah. I still agree with the Baltimore.
All right, to add them to Watkins and Brown and the rest of them, and some tight ends to give your man Jackson some help. What you say, Dubz?
There's only 3 possible fits for Julio. It is the Raiders, the Colts, or the Chargers.
Ooh.
He's a Southern boy. He likes warm weather. He does not like cold temperatures.
Okay.
So he does not want to play in Baltimore. It's too damn cold there.
Well, do you think he wants to, even though it's a dome, you think he wants to go to Indianapolis? Well, yeah, because most of their teams are in the South.
Yeah, because it's a dome.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a dome, and then they play like Jaguars,
the
Texans, and the Titans in Tennessee.
Right.
So, yeah,
and the Raiders because it's out. It's warm. Vegas, it's warmer.
Other than Denver.
Yeah.
And Kansas City too, though.
Kansas City, but it's cold. It gets cold in KC though.
Yeah, it gets cold in KC.
Come playoff time, it's cold in KC. So
yeah. Well, Julio, like I said on our last episode, to the Seahawks. And I didn't even think I heard them in some type of negotiations during the week. And I don't know if it broke down or not, but seeing him alongside with Megatron 2.0 and whatever else they throw out there for your man Russell will definitely cause some problems for all of us who have to play them this year.
That wide receiving core will be dangerous.
Very dangerous.
That'll open it up for Lockett too. I feel like if Julio
which one of y'all played them this year? I think Dubz, y'all played them, right? Because y'all
played them, yep.
Got all those first place teams.
Yeah.
Take that. All right. Keeping in the same realm of conversation, the NFC East Chronicles, baby, we're back. Yeah. OTA updates and debates. All right. Give me what you got, man. B.
Eagles faithful. Everyone knows what's up. It's your boy. I guess 4 rookies all got signed to their deals today. Of course, Devontae Smith. McPherson, Williams, and Gainwell all got signed to their rookie deals. Smith's deal was 4 year with fifth year option. You know the usual rookie deals.
Yeah.
He was asked about his signing bonus, and they were like, he's going to put it in the bank. Smart man, you already know. So it's great to see that a lot of these picks are getting finalized and official. Everybody on their rookie deals getting putting ink to them contracts. So that's good to see. Yep. But I'm going to cover the main battles in the OTAs, basically in camp, for the current roster situation for the Eagles. Number 1 would be the left tackle situation, which is Jordan Mailata versus Andre Dillard. Eagles faithful, Mailata was like the last draft pick in 2018. Yeah. The big rugby player. He got some playing time this season, and he showed major improvement. He's shown to be a force at some points. I mean, he did have a little bit of hiccups here and there, but his overall grade was pretty high for his draft position. And of course, everyone knows Andre Dillard was I think a former first rounder, and he's been on the fringe. You already know he's been injury here and there, not really producing, not really showing much promise. So that's going to be the huge battle. It's going to be the first rounder versus the 7th rounder, which is going to be interesting.
Camp battles.
Yes, indeed. Also, it's even funnier. Mailata has more pass protection snaps than Andre Dillard. in 2020. So in 2020, Jordan Mailata had 502 pass protection snaps. Andre Dillard in 2019 only had 183. So that can also put Dillard on a trading block if everything doesn't work out. So keep an eye out for that. That's one of the marquee matches in OTAs in camp. The next one is, of course, our safety concern. Kayvon Wallace versus Marcus Epps versus Andrew Adams. Everyone knows Kayvon was drafted last year from Clemson. Very young talent, but he is still, got a lot to learn. He's only 1 year in. Yeah. Epps, he's seen some snaps as well, the deep safety, but he doesn't really add too much value to the line of scrimmage. And Andrew Adams, over his 5-year career, he came from Tampa Bay, so it's basically he's more of a depth guy too. But it's basically, I think it's Kayvon's to lose because he has the youth behind him and new system. You got Jonathan Gannon there, ready to develop him, bring out that dog in him. You know what I'm saying? Dog. So that's more my speculation on that battle. I'm like, I don't think he has much to worry about getting his roster spot this season. Of course, as well on the defense side of the ball, who's going to be cornerback number 2 next to Darius Slay, and that's the rookie Zach McPherson versus Avonte Maddox. And you can
so y'all got a rookie as your number 2, like us, a cornerback.
Well, it's possible, but the thing is about with McPherson, he's more undersized. He's like 5'9", so I'm like he will be more of a slot corner anyway. But
man,
they say he has outside versatility.
Our division, if your corners ain't holding water,
that's what I'm saying. And like you don't really in a cornerback, you don't want to throw a rookie out there in by himself, and he loses confidence because that can really like throw his career down the tubes. Right. So it's a little bit much to give him the quarterback 2 role that early in his career, but Avonte Maddox has been a headache to the Eagles faithful, if you already know. Yeah, he hasn't shown the promise to be that dude. He's been here for 2 to 3 seasons, I think, and he just hasn't shown that he's that guy yet. And if a rookie outplays him, he might lose that spot. He might just is potential, but I just don't think they should throw that rookie out there that quick. I just don't think that's a smart idea.
Well, I will say this: since all of our games, divisional games, are stacked at the end of the season, who knows if it's like last year we all have terrible records. Yeah. It's going to come down to that, and if he's up to speed by then, it might work out for you.
And then on the offensive side, we're going back on the offensive side. It's the wide receiver room that's way too crowded. Your boy Travis Fulgham, Greg Ward, Quez Watkins, John Hightower, JJ Arcega-Whiteside. I'm like, goodness, who's going to get the last couple spots when it comes to being a wideout? But I think, in my opinion, Fulgham and Ward are locks. To me, I think they constantly shown that they can be those dudes, and it just comes down to who wants it more, who's going to perform more, who connects with Jalen Hurts the best. And I just think so far out of these skill sets, Fulgham has the upper hand on all of them because he just, as you showed them that crisp route running that he had shown that in that 4-week stretch, in that game-winning touchdown he caught in San Francisco, stuff like that. He already has those intangibles of being a pretty good lead dog in this wide receiver room. Okay. Even he has the most NFL experience, I guess, out of most of them, next to Greg Ward. So that's also funny. It's a very low experience room. And you got Devontae Smith, yeah, he's still a rookie. Rieger 1 year, like so. I think Fulgham and Greg Ward would be my locks. If you throw in Quez Watkins, John Hightower, and I think Whiteside, I can't give you a solid who's going to get out of that 3-man battle.
Cream will rise to the top.
My money might be on Watkins though. That one play he had in Arizona when he had I think was it a reverse? Basically ran around and he just turned on the Jets and just beat everybody on that defense and just scored. So he maybe he might make it out. But if anything, I would love to see the end of JJ Arcega-Whiteside. He needs to be out of here. If he doesn't make it, I won't shed a tear. I won't lose sleep. It'll be fine. Get rid of him. He's good. Deuces. And then, of course, the running back 2 spot. This is a good one. Boston Scott versus Kenny Gainwell and Kerryon Johnson. Okay. I can't tell you who I would want to have as my second running back behind Miles Sanders. All 3 of these names are solid. Even the Gainwell.
Yeah,
I'm
you guys are deep at running back.
This is going to be the hardest decision, I think, when it comes to the depth chart this upcoming season. Who's going to be that second running back?
Iron sharpens iron, steel sharpens steel. That's all.
And all these, like I said, all these guys are ballers. Everyone's seen what Boston Scott can do. He's a huge weapon, especially against the Giants. Everyone saw the potential of Kenny Gainwell, and everyone saw the chops of Kerryon Johnson when he had his stints at other teams elsewhere. But I just can't tell you who I would want at running back 2. It's too close to.
Well, if I was broadcasting that game, I would want Gainwell and Kerryon Johnson, because Kerryon, I could play with that all day.
And then Gainwell, you're just doing it off the names. I'm doing it off the skill set.
I'm doing it off. I want y'all to lose.
Nah, we're not giving no. I mean, the rookie could,
once again.
If anything, Gainwell will get the 3rd spot or the 4th, 3rd or 4th. That's my speculation on that. I can't give you Boston Scott versus Kerryon because I just can't. I can't call it. I can't call it right now. But those are the marquee matchups when it comes to who's going to do what on a depth chart in the Eagles games.
Ooh, cool. All right. Well, we'll have a little time for debate. Dubz, what you got for us?
And I'm going to take y'all to church.
All right.
Because when I think about my Washington football team, I think about the gospel brothers.
Okay.
I think
preach.
It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. We are well within my soul because we are whole. Okay. Because we are freaking loaded, man. We are loaded. How many other teams signed all of their rookies before rookie OTAs? Yep. Not too many.
Y'all had a lot of cap room.
That's right.
Well. What you mean?
How many other teams had 80 plus players at OTAs? Not too many. Okay. And on top of that, I think I may have said it before, but we are loaded, man. We are loaded. And how many other teams can take a starting left tackle for the last 6 seasons who started every game and ended every game for the last 6 seasons?
Right.
And say, bye now. Go seek a trade. We don't need you, because guess what? We are loaded, man.
You might be loaded. What you drinking over there?
Look, remember back in the day, officer, just some Coke.
Ain't nothing but Coke in here. Carry on.
But man, it's been a successful run, man. The rookie camp was great. They couldn't do a lot of one-on-one head-to-head because there were only like 16 people at rookie camp.
Right.
But our OTA so far, man, everything's playing out well, man. I'm telling you, I have nothing to complain about and everything to rejoice about. So, we don't have any major position battles going on other than on the offensive line. But I think we ultimately know who our starters are going to be on the offensive line.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of solidifying, depth and the second team and the third team. I mean, wide receivers, guess what? Repeat. We are loaded, man.
Yeah.
Running backs, guess what? Repeat. We are loaded. So defense, guess what? Repeat. We are loaded, man.
Yeah. At every position? At every position.
We are loaded at every position.
Okay.
In my mind.
Okay.
My mind.
Gotcha.
We are loaded in every position.
Okay.
We came into camp wondering about, people kept saying we need to draft a free safety. Because remember, Landon Collins went down last year, torn up Achilles. So we had a rookie, Cameron Curl, fill in for him.
Mm-hmm.
Played out of his ass last year. And so now that Landon Collins is back, there was some talk about moving him to linebacker, but he squashed that. They squashed that. He's starting at strong safety. His replacement from last year, Cameron Curl, is going to be the starter at free safety. Okay, so secondary's loaded. Okay, we know what the defensive line is. Do I have to say it? You're loaded, man.
I think Ron Rivera, being that he's on the defensive side of the ball, he pretty much knows what he wants, and it's just plug and play or tinker with it a little bit.
Yeah, I have to admit, I've never seen our roster this loaded.
Yeah.
Never before in the Gibbs era, never before at any time have I seen our roster this loaded, both offensively and defensively.
Right.
Doesn't mean that we're not susceptible to a slow start of some kind.
True.
Okay. But you know what? I'm telling you, we're primed. Nothing short of 11 wins. So and everything's been
you called that. You said 10 during the.
I said 10, but man,
you upped it one. Okay, because there's an extra game being played. There's 17 this year for those.
That's right. That's right. Oh, and by the way, I think we're only 98 days away.
Yeah, the countdown is on.
98 days away. The countdown is on and it's real.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man. So far so good for us camp wise. So we're ready to go, man.
Yeah. Ready to rock it. Okay. Sounds like a plan, Sam. All right, y'all. Dak is back, looking all svelte and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He says he is in the best shape of his life, and it shows, y'all. He resembles more Patrick Holmes than Cam Newton, which allows him to contort his body to make those more flexible, throws downfield, difficult, throws downfield. Our bookend offensive tackles, Tyron Smith, Leo Collins, that were injured last year, are back along with Zach Martin, and they're looking good, y'all. As well as Connor Williams. He was injured as well in 2020. A rookie last season, that's just talking about our offensive line now. Rookie last season by the name of Tyler Badiez, who I call Tyler Badass, will look to lock down the center position. I don't know if Joe Looney, if we're going to sign him, if he's going to come back or not. We'll see. That's up to Jerry and Steven. I believe this year, if they stay healthy and do not depend on their depth, Zeke should be well over 1,000 yards rushing. And the X factor will be TP. Are you with me? Oh, yeah. Coming out of the backfield like a wide receiver this year. And Blake Jarwin. Those are the X factors. And of course, once again, our wide receiving trio should be unstoppable. I think they can all go for 1,000 each. Which will have teams playing from behind, y'all. And you know what that means if teams are playing from behind, which wasn't the case last year. And this should bode well for our defense that was atrocious through, I think, 2/3 of last season. DeMonte Casey looks amazing at safety. Shoring up the back end of our secondary after coming off a debilitating Achilles injury last season. And like what I see and I like what I hear of second-year cornerback Trayvon. Can you dig it, Diggs? Also, Jordan Lewis is steady in the slot and on the outside. He'll be battling both rookies, Kelvin Joseph and veteran Anthony Brown, for playing time. Okay, let's move on to the offensive side. Let's move on to some newcomers. At 6'4", Nashawn. I'm more athletic than a soon-to-be Hall of Famer, right? If he pans out, y'all, watch out. Yeah. Where's the beef? You remember that, Dubz? The Wendy's commercial back in the day? Right. Our defensive front has added some of that with Cubo weighing in at 330 LBs, O'Diggy, and some free agents. So that front line is stout now. That running stuff y'all doing last year ain't gonna happen no more. Lock it up. So they look to bounce back from last season, and D-Law and RG94 smoke weed every day. Look forward to taking names and kicking asses while collapsing those pockets. In the movie Speed, y'all remember the movie Speed with Keanu Reeves, and he had to stop a bus, right? But in Big D, Keanu Neal will have to help stop tight ends, the likes of Gronk, Kelsey, rookie Kyle Pitts, Darren Waller from the Raiders, Logan Thomas, you know who he is, Hunter Henry, Ingram, and Rudolph, and Ertz and Goddard. But we don't know if Ertz will get traded or not, if he's going to be there.
So far, nothing has happened.
We'll be ready for them either way.
Sure.
And if speed kills, then y'all better dial 911 because the D is back in Dallas, starting in the middle, taking no L's. So call us Das Effects. Remember them? And we have a jump on the first 48. Jabril Cox and 2 nickels, the Wolf Hunter. To solve that dink and dunk mystery of TB12, and the Buccaneers attack that once to raid the NFL Super Bowl booty again in back-to-back seasons. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So
that illusion again.
Oh, here we go.
Are you not entertained? Is this not why you're here?
Is this not why you're here? Hey, y'all, check it out. I think it's going to be a long, rough, tough season. And if you don't have backup players to step in for those injured, because you know injuries always play a big part. So it comes down to, and I like where we are for, you know, our backups, you know, who are going to be coming in, whether it's on the defensive side or offensive side of the field. And a lot of this took place because of our crappy season last year. We were able to find out who's doing what. We could just roll them out there and, you know, test the waters. So I don't know about y'all, but I feel real good about this year. So all that trash y'all talking, oh, TB12, TB. Look, man, Father Time is undefeated. At some point, that thing's going to break down just like a jalopy. You know what I mean? And it's going to be, it's going to take that nosedive. And I can see y'all now. Oh, the Cowboy. I already see the media pumping everything up, you know, after we take him out. Like, wow, you know, they did that to Tom Brady and them. So what shot does the rest of them have? Until we go ahead and meet up with, you know, the next
7 rings
test on our schedule, which is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Go on the record right now, Uncle Pete.
What's that?
Go on the record right now.
Okay.
Predict the score of that Monday night game.
Since you're so confident.
31-27. Bam! There you go. kick your measly 2 field goals. To go along with those whatever, but we're gonna hang 31 on each. Okay, I'll go on the record now and say that we average at least 31 points a game this season. Book it. Book it.
That's mad bold, bro.
Book it. And guess what? Guess what, Dubz? Guess what, Dubz? If something just so happens to happen, some injury, some fluke stuff happens to my man Dak, we'll still average that 31 points.
I don't
because he might hang 40 on Tampa Bay's defense that everybody's so afraid of.
Averaging 31.
Okay.
Without Dak. Okay. I'm sorry. You can average 31 with Dak, but not without him.
I think I guess that means you're gonna have to average about 35, maybe 36 or 38 for 14 out of the 16 games, because you ain't putting up that much against my defense.
We ain't worry about y'all because we look at y'all like this. You're going to be giving us short fields, Dubz. Trust me this, right? Y'all going to be giving up a lot of short fields to us this year. And when you do, we're going to make you pay. Yeah, that's what I was talking about in my little rant. I was like, yo, you know, we're not getting any short fields. We haven't been getting any turnovers. If you look at the turnovers for the last couple of years or last 4 years, whatever, we've been at the bottom. So now you turn that around with a decent defense or whatever, middle of the pack, y'all don't stand a chance. I don't see y'all be playing from behind. And guess what? How many quarterbacks y'all got? 2? Well, you better find another one because we're coming back for revenge. That shit that my man Bostic did on the Red Firecracker last year. Yeah, payback's a mother. Right. So, hey, just get ready. And as for y'all, Chris, we ain't worried about y'all, man.
I got something for you.
Y'all playing rock, paper, scissors.
I got something for you. one of the
rock,
most
paper, scissors.
offensive lines.
Paper. They're paper. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Your boys, the Cowboys, IHOP, because they're gonna be getting pancaked at that line, baby.
If they stay healthy, just like us last year, y'all had Achilles,
right?
Where's Jason Peters? You remember Jason Peters looking like the tire man out
there? You bringing up old stuff. He's not on our team no Flapjacks.
Well, you better go look for him because he might need to fill in.
Pancake.
Yeah, and he's filling in right now as we talk. With them donuts and all that other stuff.
All that's gonna stop.
All right,
our defense gonna get flapped jacked.
Hey, as I see things, y'all defensive secondary. If your front line, front seven doesn't get to Dak early enough, they're gonna torch y'all. And I think the same goes for the midgets or whoever else has to play y'all.
Y'all forgot we had one of the greatest upgrades in
secondary suspect
so far. What's Anthony Harris?
Dak and his weak ankle.
Be
chased by Chase.
Y'all think it's weak?
Be chased by
that thing, boy.
He's gonna be chased by Young.
Hey, you can't hit what you.
All I gotta say about the
you can't catch.
Oh, Young can catch him. Young can catch him. And look, if Young miss Sweat, gonna clean up.
Okay. Hey,
you say a lot about the defense in secondary and front seven. Yeah, I don't understand that we've upgraded with a lot of veteran talent and a lot of reconnections with Jonathan Gannon. Anthony Harris is a huge upgrade for the cheap. Okay. Eric Wilson in that middle of the field, one of the best cover linebackers in the NFL. You really think you're gonna get away that easy with us? Oh, we're gonna be eating quarterbacks for lunch. Because remember, we are still this number 2 top sack
last year
in the league.
You're talking about last year. Last year when Dallas didn't have their front there.
We upgraded. So don't think we're not going to be in the top 5, if not number 1 in sacks next season.
Hey,
don't worry.
Hey,
don't worry.
You know what I got to say about that?
Dak jersey gonna get dirty.
Hey, Dubz,
jersey gonna get real dirty.
Hey, you know what I got to say about that?
Number one sacks next season. Number 1 in sacks right here.
What's popping, baby? Hey, I can't wait till we get this thing on, man, because the trash talking is just too much, man. I mean, we need to get this thing going, man. How many days?
98 days.
98.
Yeah. Keep it moving to this portion, which is the Major League Baseball double play, dubs, doubles, and double plays. Take it away.
Yes. I'm gonna give y'all a little Major League Baseball update with the standings and piggyback off some previous episodes where we talked about how pitching has really taken over the game.
Oh yeah.
So first with the standings, looking in the American League. You got the Tampa Bay Rays. They have a 2-game lead in the American League. Oh, and by the way, at this point, we just surpassed the first third of the season. So we're 4+ games, through 54+ games. And so just past the first third of the season. And so, just like last year, but in the 60-game season, we talked about it. The first 20 games, people are kind of feeling their way out. Second 20 games, people start creating some separation. And then the last 20 games, boom, playoff positioning. Same thing. We're in a regular 162-game schedule this year. And so we're a third of the way through. I got the Tampa Bay Rays 2-game lead in the American League East over the Red Sox. However, only 5 games separate first place Tampa Bay and 4th place Toronto. In the American League Central. Oh, and by the way, our pick was the Yankees to win that division.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they, you know what? They had a slow start. They started out 5-10. They were looking
Mhm.
pretty terrible, but they've righted the ship a little bit. They've been one of the best teams in baseball since that 5-10 start. So,
Yep.
yeah,
Even though they lost today and went on a 3-game slide over the weekend to
Yeah.
Detroit.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, but they'll be there in the end. I'm
Mhm.
confident they will be.
Oh yeah.
In the American League Central, you got the Chicago White Sox. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Mhm.
Chicago
Roll the
White
pile.
Sox, 2.5-game lead over the Cleveland Indians, and 5 games separate first, second, and third between Chicago, Cleveland, and Kansas City Chiefs. Detroit is 10 games back. Minnesota, our pick for to win the division. They're
So
11.
far, my pick is holding up with the Chicago White Sox.
Yes,
indeed.
yes. I think did you both pick them or just you, Pete?
I think it was.
I
Just
think it was
me.
just. I think it was just him.
Just you. Okay.
I think I
I have
picked
some inside scoop information.
So
I think I
far,
either
good
picked
call,
Cleveland.
Pete.
I think I
Mhm.
picked Cleveland.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, Cleveland's 2.5 back, so you're not too far off, Chris.
Mhm.
I'm way off. In the American League West, the Oakland A's have a 1-game lead over the Houston Astros, who are my pick to win the division. And then you have the Mariners in third place. They're 4.5 games back. The Angels are 6.5 games back, and then the Rangers are 11 games back. So it's basically a 3-team race between Oakland, Houston, and Seattle. Over in the National League East, which
Still
I thought
close.
the Nationals would kind of be running away with it, but they've had so many injuries, and they had they started off the season with a little COVID scare,
Mhm.
and they cannot get Steven Strasburg right. He's been in and out. He tried to go tonight, and it didn't work. He suffered another injury. I don't know what it is with him. I don't know if he needs a full year off, but I don't know, man. You go from being so magical and winning that World Series and getting the World Series MVP to having nothing last season and still having nothing this season. So
Kind of reminds me of Philly. Sold their souls, and that's
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
Whatever.
So again, I thought the Nationals would take that one, but they are in last place. First place is owned by the New York Mets, who have a 4-game lead over the Atlanta Braves, and a 4.5-game lead over the Philadelphia Phillies, even though both the Braves and the Phillies have losing records. So, and Miami's kind of hanging back there. They're 6 games back, but in the long run, you know what? They'll turn into the Baltimore Orioles, and they'll go on a nasty losing streak, and they'll finish where they're supposed to.
Slide.
Yes. In the National League Central, the Chicago Cubs, surprisingly enough, have a 1.5-game lead over the St. Louis Cardinals, who were my pick to win that division. So they're right up there. Milwaukee Brewers are 3 games back. The Reds are 7 games back. The poor Pirates are 11.5-game backs, but I can't say too much bad about the Pirates because their record is better than my Orioles. So
Yeah, it's not
That's
enough to
true.
say, but I ain't saying much.
yeah, no, it's not. We'll see where they both end up at the end of the regular season.
Yeah.
His bragging rights. That's
Yeah.
it.
Now, in the National League West, which, if you remember a couple of episodes ago, I kind of ridiculed the Los Angeles Dodgers by calling them the LA Lodgers. Still on vacation from winning the chip last year. At that point, they were, I think, 4 or 5 games back, but they right now are 1.5 games behind first place San Francisco Giants, who are a very surprised team. And the
Tight race.
Padres, tight race, because the Padres are 1 game back. So 1.5 games separate first and third place. And that's gonna come down to the end. And so and then the Rockies are 12 games back, the Diamondbacks are 15 games back, so they're out of it. So that's the standings. And now I'm going to go back to a little bit about the state of baseball with pitching versus hitting.
Mm-hmm.
So pitching is ruling the roost when it comes to Major League Baseball. We talked about it before. These hitting instructors are instructing these hitters, don't worry about the hit, don't worry about the single, the double, just put the ball in play and hopefully get on base. Take as many walks as you can.
Wishing a prayer.
Yeah. So guess what that's led to? Back in the day, if you could have a team pitching ERA less than 4, then you were golden.
Right.
And those were the teams that did well in the playoffs. The only problem is when you got to the end of the regular season, very few teams had an overall team ERA of less than 4. So, when you look at where we are now, right now, half of the league right now through 54 games has a team ERA of less than 4.0. Okay. In 2021, that's now. So in 2020, for the whole season, which was 60 games, only 10 teams had an ERA less than 4. Right now, 15 teams have an ERA less than 4.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So pitching is growing. Pitching's growing to the point where if pitching grows, guess what? Hitting goes down. So when you look at hitting, 2019, in 2019, 2 teams averaged 270 or higher for their batting average for the whole season. Okay, that's the last 162 game schedule season. 2 teams averaged over 270 or greater. Okay, right now, through 54 plus games, there are no teams hitting better than 265 as a team.
Yeesh.
Yeah. So that's the pitching elevating, hitting going down. So
you need a trade-off.
Right. And when you look at when you look at other team leaders through this first 58 games, most of the team leaders in the offensive categories are teams that are in 2nd, 3rd, or 4th in their division. Very few division leaders are leading in a lot of offensive categories. But most of the division leaders are leading in the pitching categories. The Giants, the Tampa Bay Rays, the Mets, and the Dodgers. So pitching is really ruling the Major League Baseball, and it's going to continue. It's a trend that's going to continue because pitchers are developing more and more pitches. Pitchers are coming into the league with 4 workable pitches that can get them out of any and every inning. Whereas back in the day, it used to be 3 pitches. So. Yeah, and with there being a lower focus on hitting, that means less players are really learning how to tee off on a fastball.
Yep.
So
get that batting practice in.
That's right. So that's my Major League Baseball update, and look forward to our next episode where we have another MLB major leaguer with minor league brains.
So let's give it up once again. Hey, batter. Swing batter. All right. So look, y'all, we're going to jump into the NBA. First and foremost, I would like to change my pick for Coach of the Year from Monty Williams to Nate McMillan. Now, counting our chicks before the hatch portion of the show, the Lakers versus the Nets, the breakdown of a maybe finals at this point. I don't know how confident B feels about that, but I'm not that confident, and I definitely know Dubz is not.
I got reason to be confident.
So, what do you have for us, B?
Well, breaking news. Sound the alarms.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't make the sound, but Anthony Davis has been medically cleared to play in Game 6.
Really?
Just now. Breaking news.
Wow.
On top of that.
Here you go. I got something for that.
Suns fans beware. Let him know.
There
Let
we
him know.
go.
Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know.
So your boy is ready, huh?
Not only that, Frank
Mhm.
Vogel is starting Marc Gasol with Anthony Davis, the best front court pairing
Twin
that the
Towers.
Lakers
Okay.
have, and this is the first time we're seeing it in the playoffs.
Throwing the kitchen sink at them.
A
You
little
think
late, but I
better
think
to
they're
start
trying to.
Drummond instead of Gasol?
Nope,
Yeah,
it's Gasol Davis.
Yeah.
So Davis gonna be at the 4, I think.
They don't need
so
two
he can play
ADs. They
his
just
fun-
want
his-
one
his-
after death.
Exactly. Another reason why I am confident in tonight. LeBron has the most points per game when facing elimination in the NBA postseason history.
Okay.
Only two behind him, of course, Michael Jordan, Will Chamberlain. But like I said in the beginning of the show, every time there's a 3-2, LeBron's down 3-2, he always shows up. And I mean shows up, commands the game from start to finish. I don't have to worry about who's playing around him. I know for sure he's going to be locked in. He might go off for 50. Who knows?
Okay.
But he's capable of doing it when he's facing elimination. And that's why I'm confident there it's going to force a game 7.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. Dubs, are you confident that your Utah Jazz pick is going to stand and LeBron and them basically don't stand a chance tonight or in game 7, if there's a game 7?
Yes, I am confident. Yes.
Okay.
Utah is the real deal. I think the Lakers are going to, even with AD, I think it's going to be hard for them tonight. Hold on, they're playing in LA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tonight.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Well, they will have the home crowd element on their side, but I don't know, man. I just have a feeling. I think Chris Paul's going to have a game of his life.
I've got a feeling.
I got a feeling.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Chris Paul will love nothing more than to send LeBron home on
He'll
LeBron's
love
home
that.
court.
Oh, he'll love that.
Once again,
Oh yeah.
most points scored facing elimination.
Yeah, but that's when his
Ain't
ankle
nobody
is-
on that Suns team is stopping.
He didn't
him.
have the high ankle sprain though. Then that thing can limit you. You know what I mean?
Talking about history, that's history.
Yeah, that's true. Well, if he gets through this and he goes on to the finals, I might call him the GOAT then if he makes it through this with a hampered AD. But let me tell you something, man. I view our earlier episodes from January 16th, 2021, this year, and I'll reiterate what I spewed then. The AAU culture has been infused into the NBA. Nets versus Lakers. Lego. Like I said before, sack Frank Vogel and replace him with Jason Kidd. And while you're at it, replace Kyle Lowry for Dennis the Menace to a Lakers Chip Schroeder. That means talking next year, not this year, because I'm counting you guys out right now. I now believe that the shortened NBA 2020 bubble trouble season assisted in the Lakers winning a championship. I was reluctant to say that then and a little while ago, but I'm going to say this now. Now we know about the state of his health in an elongated season. I truly believe that AD's multiple injuries have something to do with his growth spurt from 6'2" to 6'9" when he was young. No one wants to talk about it, but that's why this is the 500-pound gorilla in the Zoom. AD, I guess, must stand for always debilitated. And moving forward, it's going to be MMM. Y'all know what that stands for? Manage my minutes, just like Kawhi. And by the way, what's going on with Montrezl Harrell? Remember when he told the Slippers deuces and was recently clowning his ex-teammates and was supposed to be a knight to LeBron's king and 80's rook? But he's now looking more like a pawn. Checkmate. That's just how I see it. Don't kill the messenger. Just look what's going on. All right. whether they, make it to the finals or not, that's for, I guess, us to find out. But it's not looking that good right now. But like you said, Chris B, you have history on your side. So we'll rock with that. All right, moving on. Did we get the Nuggets acquiring Austin Rivers after Jamal Murray going down with an injury wrong? Did we get that wrong, y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah? You willing to admit that?
I'm willing to admit
Because we
it.
kind of laughed at him. He was on a 10-day contract and say he was on a 20-day contract or 15.
I mean, now he signed through the whole season, through the rest of the season.
Yeah, he is.
So 4 teams in 5 months. 4 teams in 5 months. We weren't the only ones that got that wrong. Every NBA fan on the planet got that wrong.
And the talking heads as well.
That's right. Look at him now.
Part of.
Yeah.
Look at me now.
I mean, he's a journeyman anyway, so I didn't really put too much thought into it. So I was like, I didn't think he would not make the squad. I mean, you already know how it is. So I didn't, I guess, give him the benefit of the doubt, but still, I knew he still was going to do. I think
he played with the Wizards for a while, right? He came in and his jumper was janky, man. His jumper was not looking, like it is right now. So he might have just been in the gym for a long time, working on that muscle memory. So
when they signed him, I didn't think he'd ever get anywhere close to averaging any more than 5.5 points a game for whatever number of games he played. 5 playoff games, he's averaging 12.4.
Yeah.
So he's doing a good job. He's doing his job trying to fill in for Murray.
Yeah, so, he's trying his best.
Yeah.
So on my side, yes. And I would like to apologize to Doc's Pride and Joy. But your daddy still went with Seth Curry, that is, not Steph, and George Hill over you, fam. So, I mean, what am I to say if your own daddy don't want you?
Steph Curry's a shooter, though. Like, come on, don't do that.
He's a shooter.
You can't put them no.
Nobody knows your game like your daddy does.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
So he in his offense, it wouldn't be something, but maybe in Denver's offense, out west, running gun, whatever. All right, moving on. Best player under 22, y'all. Who y'all got? Chris B.
How is Luka? Nah, is Luka 20?
He's 22 and under. I said 22 and under.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's Luka. I'm sorry, it's Luka.
Luka
right now? Luka. Right, Luka. It's Luka. Come on.
Right.
That man is just showing off, and it's just
clowning him.
He's just so young, and I'm like, he can only get better. He's doing this right now. He's going to learn the game. His team's going to get more chemistry. The organization might give him some more pieces in free agency. That man has a very high ceiling, and it's just crazy that he's just doing this dynamic play at this young age. This man's going to show off. I'm trying to tell you. I think so. It's Luka. It's Luka season.
Dubz, who you got?
I want to go with Luka, but guess what? Guess what they're not saying about Luka?
What?
No one's calling Luka Steph 2.0. Nobody's calling Luka Reggie
Miller.
Reggie Miller 2.0.
But they're calling him LeBron, the vanilla LeBron, though.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. When you do what Trae Young has done to the storied New York Knicks franchise, the storied in the mecca of all basketball, and you have the gumption to bow before the away crowd.
Yeah, that was classic, man.
That is classic. And to talk a little bit of smack with little Spike Lee.
Yeah.
Take that Spike.
Yeah.
You know.
But the gravity of the two, taking down the Clippers, taking down the Knicks.
Well, they haven't taken down the Clippers yet. It's not a foregone conclusion. Right.
Haven't done it yet. So
okay. So
yeah, for right now, fresh in my mind, it's Trae Young.
Trae Young. Okay.
I think it's bigger.
All right. Before I get to my answer, I would like to say that the AAU basketball is taking away from high basketball IQ. Luka here, Luka. Oh, Luka here, Luka here, Luka here. I said it before, and I'll say it again. Luka Doncic. You're right on that, Chris. Aside from his poor free throw shooting, which nowadays seems to be a bugaboo for most stars and superstars in the NBA, LBJ, Russ, Ben, Simmons, Giannis, and Ja, to name a few. But Luka, those objects in your side view mirror, that is Ja and Zion, are closer than they appear. Youngin. So I'll give it to my man Luka. All right, so moving on. NBA bonus. If Kawhi decides to slip down on the slippers, Lou and PG-13, because they keep slipping and falling and can't get up, where would be a soft landing spot for him? B.
First, before we even start, you can't blame PG or Ty Lue for airballing a game-tying 3.
No, but I watched the series. You're not really showing me anything. X's and O's, Ty
the
Lue.
ball was in his hands. He had the time.
No.
He supposed to put him over the top, show him everybody, I'm the guy.
Okay.
And airballs it in clutch time.
Okay.
You saw Rondo's face. You saw.
Yeah,
Rondo.
I saw Rondo miss some shots too. But who you got? Where you got him going to?
I don't even know. It's maybe a team on the fringe that might need another piece. Like he might go somewhere that already has leadership in place, so he can be the B guy.
Chasing. Okay, got you. So
yeah, he can be the B guy again.
Gotcha.
I'd say he'd be a great addition to either the Trailblazers, or I even say him going to the East and playing with your boy in Atlanta with Trae Young.
Oh, okay.
That's a good little tandem right there.
Yeah, they got some
Capella, the big man, Trae Young, and Kawhi.
They got some pieces to give up to get him.
Yeah. So
would be nice. That would be very nice.
Who you got, Dubs?
I was initially thinking Portland, but man, when you mentioned Atlanta, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But we all know Kawhi wants to stay out west. So
yeah, but sometimes, man, when
homie, where it is.
You gotta go where you ring chasing, you gotta bounce, wherever they might, see you.
But he'll never team up with LeBron though.
No,
everyone knows that. That's already been proven.
Not gonna happen. He'd rather go to Brooklyn before he joins LeBron. Yeah. I can tell you that. Okay.
Any extra help?
Yeah. For me, welcome back to the Eastern Conference, going to Dubs and my Wizards. This will be the biggest offseason move, giving us a awaited big three. That's what I say. All right. So check it out, y'all. We got a special guest in the house, y'all. It's no other than my cousin Zulu. Zulu, where you at? Stand up. He's a big Celtics fan. I thought he was there. Hold on. Let me see if I can get him on, y'all.
It's crazy that we still have 3 series in the West that are 3-2.
Oh yeah?
Yes. Mavericks, Clippers, Nuggets, Blazers, and of course Suns, Lakers. All 3-2.
Oh, there he is.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey, he's back in the saddle, cousin Zulu. Hey, check it out, right? This segment is called Win, Loss, or Pause, okay? I want to play something for you real quick, and then I'm going to let you respond to it. All right, here we go.
Just generally about our team, where we are as we get ready for the Nets, is it's really hard to make the NBA playoffs. And I just told our guys in there, everybody's path is different, and every year presents unique challenges, sometimes more than others. And we've been through a lot, and so we're hardened in a lot of ways, right? We're, we've been backs against the wall most of the year. And to have to play tonight, to get into the playoffs, just to earn the right to play probably the most talented team
that's why he lost his job.
Since I've been in the NBA. It takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of togetherness, and it takes staying together through tougher times. We'll get ready for Brooklyn starting on Thursday when we get back together. We know that challenge is, and those guys are the best of the best. And, going into that, if I'm a fan, and just a general fan of the NBA. And I've had a hard time seeing them lose. So we're going to have to.
Is this your game? Huh?
All right. We're gonna give my man a chance to come in here and tell us how you feel. These are the Brad Steven comments he made about praising the Nets before the thing. What do you say, man? I mean, Zulu, tell us how you feel, man.
Well, basically, the Celtics were overmatched.
Okay.
I mean, you guys are talking about AD being out and giving LeBron all these excuses.
Mm-hmm.
Tatum has Kemba Walker out,
mm-hmm.
who is all-star. He's 20 points a game. Jaylen Brown, 25 points a game. Okay. Robert Williams,
mm-hmm.
the best center on the team, the best rim protector on the team, the most athletic player on the team. That's 50 plus points out of the lineup. And you're going up against Durant.
Yeah.
Going up against Kyrie Irving. You're going up against Harden. You also have Blake Griffin, who's not the player he was before, but I think he was the number one player taken in his draft. Okay. So you're going up against the all-star team, the dream team, so to speak. And you lose. I don't think it's a disgrace. Boston, unfortunately, had.
We all called it anyway, so no, it's not a disgrace. It was predictable.
I mean, it's pretty easy to call when you have Celtics overmatched. They didn't have the players.
Overcoached. I mean, outcoached. You think?
I wouldn't say they're outcoached. No, it's talent-wise. There's no way you can look at the Boston.
Well, they were at least out GM'd. I think Mark, the GM for the Brooklyn Nets, out GM'd him. That's why he's no longer there.
How did he out GM? What do you mean?
Well, those trades that were made for Kyrie to Boston, and how it panned out.
No. You're wrong. Those trades got Boston Jaylen Brown. They got Boston Jason Tatum. All right. Let me tell you what really happened.
Hold on, I thought he was already there playing with them. Kyrie didn't play with Tatum.
The major problem that occurred. Keep this in mind. The major problem that occurred happened with Kyrie Irving. Okay. If Boston had not traded for Kyrie, hindsight is 2020. Okay, I mean, on the surface, Kyrie. I mean, look at him play right now. If he was playing like that for the Celtics, they would have won a championship right now. Okay, if he was the way he's playing right now,
I think that has something to do with your coach, though. But Zulu, I think that has something to do with your coach because your coach has problems.
It doesn't have anything to do with the coach. Let me tell you, Steve Nash is not a good coach. All right, Nash doesn't know what he's doing. Basically, those three guys they're running.
D'Antoni does though. It's running good.
Yeah, what has he won?
It's the AAU culture.
Has he ever?
I can outscore you. Can you outscore me?
Has D'Antoni been to any finals? How many finals has he been to?
Who, D'Antoni?
Has he won anything?
No, he hasn't been to any finals.
Yeah,
so he'll be in this year's finals.
A great coach now.
No, I'm not saying he's a great coach. I'm just saying that's how bad Brad Stevens is.
Anti-Celtics fans have. Okay, you guys need to give Brad Stevens a break. All right, Boston's problem.
You already did. That's why he's fired.
Well, he got elevated.
Okay. Look, he got elevated, but what is that? That's privilege.
After a while, you get tired. Look at football. All right. When I say football, I'm talking about soccer. All right.
Right.
If you guys
are missing Honduras against USA right now.
You go ahead and look into look at Liverpool. Liverpool has a coach, Klinsmann. Klinsmann is an excellent coach. All right. But he was prior to going to Liverpool, he was over at Borussia Dortmund. Okay, he was great. But after a while, the players got tired of him. He got tired of the players. He needed a change of scenery. That's what it is. You can't only talk in someone's ear for so long. After a while, they started to tune you out.
Right.
Okay. So Boston has been punting. Look, you talk about Stevens not knowing what he's doing. In the last, just put this year aside, Boston has been to 4 of the last 5 conference titles. Okay. They punch above their weight. They punch above their weight. Okay. Kyrie, look, what do you think would have happened if they had not traded for Kyrie and they had kept that draft pick? They could have either gotten this guy from who Cleveland got, or they could have developed Rozier and used that pick to go and get a big man. Okay. Kyrie let Boston down. That's why the fans are so pissed off with, at him.
Maybe it was his relationship he had with old Danny Boy. It wasn't that good.
Yes,
So
it's
you can blame
relationship
that
with
on him.
anybody. Kyrie's a head case, man. He's gonna fuck up again. He's gonna mess up again at
In
After he
Brooklyn, I
wins two
agree.
more titles. After he wins 2 more titles in Brooklyn, yeah.
Milwaukee's
crazy,
I don't
yeah.
think so.
Milwaukee's probably gonna take that.
Mhm.
I think
Milwaukee's
they're
gonna
going
take
to.
him.
That matchup
And when
will be
Milwaukee
crazy.
knocks him out, he's gonna come back and blame everyone but himself.
I
don't
agree.
think
I think
Milwaukee
Milwaukee's going to have their.
You
have their
picked
hands.
Milwaukee.
Take him out.
Okay. I think somebody here picked Philly, but that's without Joel Embiid or whatever,
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. So the name, how this goes, Cousin Zulu, is it's a win, loss, or pause. So you have this as a win or a loss or pause, meaning that wait, let it pan out, let's see what he does as a front office guy and see if he turns the thing around. So what do you have it as?
Well, let me put it this way, okay?
Mhm.
The Celtics were dealt a bad deal in terms of injuries. I can't no one
Yeah,
wants
that's
to really
true.
judge
That's
the Lakers right now because AD's out. All right. I can't go to, I mean, you can't have your three of the top 5 players out for most of the year. Okay, they never
Right.
played together.
Right.
That's 50 points out of the lineup. Who can survive with that? That's like taking KD and Kyrie or KD and Harden out.
True. You got a point there. All right. Dubs, do you have this as a pause or loss or a win?
I say it's a pause.
I say it's a pause.
Say a pause? Okay.
Yeah, I say pause as well.
What do you say, B? Chris B?
It's definitely a pause. You can't really call it a win because it still has to be proven in the front office, and it's a big. I mean, it's a switch. You have to really make future decisions for personnel, and also who they bring in as a coach, stuff like that. It's definitely a pause.
Okay. Well, for me, you already know where I'm going. Pause. Cousin Zulu, pause. A loss because that reverse psychology crap to motivate players mostly works with teams that are underskilled, not lacking will. Okay. And this is why Kyrie took his talents to where his world would be flat. That's right. Flatbush, Brooklyn, baby. Flatbush.
And why did he take his talents out of Cleveland?
Oh, I'll tell you why.
Why?
This is why. Where is it?
For shopping him, so he didn't like it. So
true. They have to. I mean, he
and
didn't want to be
and he
there.
also said that the coach Lou was a horrible coach. And Stevens ran circles around Lou. He also made that statement as well.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm like,
the guy's a head case, man. No, you guys can give him credence. He's a very good player, but the guy's a head case. He's always going to self-destruct.
I don't think so.
I mean, but the difference between Stevens and Lou is Lou got a championship.
Yeah, I was listening to that. I was listening to the news conference, right?
Lou had LeBron James.
I was listening to that news conference, right? And he's just too soft, man. Those guys don't want to listen to that right now. You know what they want to listen to? They want to listen to this. Check it out. I ain't done yet. Breaking news alert. Before Cousin Zulu goes, let's settle this debate between us in this special EDA or once and for all rapid fire. All right. So play along, Cousin Zulu. We got something for you. And it goes a little something like this. All right. Zero. Okay, so either or is either or. Same thing. We're just speaking in terms of whatever. All right. So and you know the either or comes from a Jay-Z song when he's like either or, so it's either or. All right. JT Zero is what I call him, to hero, or BB3. Who you got, Cousin Zulu?
Repeat that. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Who is a better player? JT Zero to hero, which is Jason Tatum, because he wears number 0 to a hero. He's a hero now. Or BB3. Who would you rather? Who would you prefer?
Tatum.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Chris B, who you got?
Bill, second leading scorer in the NBA.
Right. Okay. Dubz, who you got?
BB3 every day, all day.
BB3. Uh-oh. Now, I guess I can swing this thing right here, right?
That's right.
BB3, because can do more with less. That's what I look at it. So we'll move on from that. But at least,
well, he can stay in Washington. He'll continue doing less.
not if Kawhi joins us. I like that though.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Okay, well, he's looking for a home. He's tired of losing.
Purgatory, right. Man. Washington is purgatory.
All right, Steph Curry or LBJ? Who you got, Cousin Zulu?
Steph Curry.
All right, that was quick. I'll go to you, Dubz, because we already know. It's not in his background today, but who you got? Steph Curry? Steph Curry. All right, who you got? B?
LeBron.
I'm talking about right now.
Serious? Are you serious?
Okay, you got LBJ. All right. Well, check it out, man. It's a tie. So we're going to have to bring a fifth person in so they can break a tie another time. All right. And the reason why is same as BB3. LBJ is doing more with less. See what Curry has. Curry has the coaching. Curry has those star players around him. Like when KD was there, he had 3. I think there was some beef not too long ago where they went to Instagram or Twitter or whatever saying that, well, you couldn't have won it if you didn't have this, this, and that. All right, moving on. Better
the walking wounded.
Okay. Yeah, for now. But he's still the king.
But for now. And we're talking about now.
Okay.
He's not getting
I don't think anyone currently is going to catch him. I'm sorry.
I don't think so.
Not right now. Maybe the next generation, but not right now.
Okay.
Catch him in
I don't think KD, Steph, Kyrie, none of them
in terms of what?
All right.
Just the dynamics. All the dynamics, all the intangibles.
Yeah, he brings.
Yeah, but he's still behind
a better passer. He's a better defender. He's a better rebounder. I mean, he
one
is
of the best all-around players of all time.
6'8", 250, 260.
Yeah,
whatever.
but Jordan's still a better player.
Yeah, I'll give that to you. I'll give that. Jordan is the better player, but unfortunately, we're talking about. You see how we do it here? Cousin Zulu. All right, check it out. Better coach. How do I turn this thing off? Better coach. Brad, you remember that movie, Dubz, Cousin Zulu from the 80s? I think it was Fast Time at Ridgemont High. When the guy points at his he's like, Brad. Okay, Brad, Babyface Stevens, or Doc Austin Daddy's Rivers. Who you got, Cousin Zulu?
Okay, I think Stevens is a better coach. I think that Doc Rivers is a better communicator. He'll probably all the players will go through the
you're saying he's the better X and O's guy than what's his name? But overall, who do you think is a better coach?
If I had to grab a team to win one game and one player and one coach, probably I would probably pick Rivers. If I had to win a series or a season, I'd probably go with Stevens. Okay.
Dropping knowledge. Chris B.
Rivers.
Okay. Dubz.
Gotta be Rivers. Any man who's smart enough to not have his son on his roster.
Genius.
Hey, but I look at it like this. He has his daughter's husband.
He does, yes.
So you rather your son be mad at you than your daughter. So I gotta give it to him on
true.
that.
So either way, he has a son on his roster.
A son, right? Either way, I have Doc because he has one chip, plus he's still a head coach, and Brad Goose Eggs. All right, who is more respected as a head coach, Coach K or the Zen, Phil Jackson? Zulu. Oh, I think he dipped out. Cousin Zulu. All right, take it, B, till he returns.
You said Coach K or Phil Jackson?
Coach K. Coach K.
Yeah, Coach K. Who's more respected as a head coach?
Coach K.
Okay. Coach K? Okay.
Yes.
Who you got, B?
Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson, the Zen? Okay.
Yeah.
Dubs, who you got?
Coach K.
Coach K? Woo, well, I think Coach K takes it because Phil the Zen Jackson was never brought on to coach the Olympic teams. But yeah, and that's just how I see it, and he was with all of the pros coaching them, and I think that if they had some problem with him or they thought the Zen was better, they would have brought him on. All right, who is more of a clutch shooter, Steph or Dame? Ooh. Go ahead, Cousin Zulu.
Steph,
okay. B.
Dame
Dollar. Who you got, Dubs? Steph? Woo! See, we're gonna have to bring another fifth person in. I got Dame Dollar. Have y'all been watching the playoffs for the last 5 years?
How many titles has Dame Dollar
Case
won?
closed. Hey man, Dame doesn't play with all those fancy guys. He doesn't play with all those great guys. I'm looking at what's around him. What do you say?
But get it. What Steph got his team built around, and people came to play with Steph. Okay, Steph.
They came to play with all that.
Steph got there as the main man. All right.
Man, they won like 70-something games or whatever. They're like, everybody wants to, it's the AAU culture.
Hey, they had
everyone's dream chasing.
Durant, they won a title before Durant got there.
Yeah, one title, and they lost to LeBron and them. They're like, we need help. That's when Draymond Green chased KD down in the parking lot to beg him in tears, saying that we need you, come and join us. So, just in case you didn't know, that's what.
Yeah, but that was when the league wanted to give the title to LeBron. They got very upset and decided to get rid of Draymond Green and they didn't let him play that next
Rocky
game.
Marciano. There they go. All right. Who do you think wins this first quarter finals matchup? Nets or the Bucks?
Whew.
Bucks.
Cousin Zulu said Bucks. Who you got?
I'm leaning toward Bucks because I still don't think anyone could defend Giannis on that Nets roster. I'm sorry. Okay. Blake Griffin's getting torched. Jeff Green's getting torched. DeAndre Jordan's getting torched.
Okay. Dubs, who you got?
We got the Nets because we see a resurgence of the Jordan rules, this time called the Giannis rules.
That would suck. I would hate that.
if they roll that out?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think it's real easy for me. Yeah, it's the Nets, man. Come on, y'all. Y'all can hate all you want, but you know what's going down. So we got your picks. It's locked in. You can't erase it. It's $2 at the bottom of the screen and 2 Nets at the top. We'll see. And that third person or fifth person, we don't need them on this. All right. Let's see. What do we have? Hold on. Where is that at? Oh yeah, here we go.
I breaks it down, hit the bone bristle. Hell speaking, stun missile, heat seeking. Johnny blazing, nightmares like West Craven. Niggas gunning. I seen it coming.
76ers are the Hawks. Hawks?
Yes.
Okay. That's with Embiid playing?
Yes.
Ooh, with Embiid?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, that's bold.
He's less than 100%.
Cousin Zulu, did you hear that?
Yeah. He's less than
I'm going with Philly.
Philly? Okay.
I'm going Philly.
No. He's less
both
than 100%.
Both y'all going Philly?
I've had a torn meniscus. It is not fun. And it can flare up in any given moment.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I think we spoke about this. What was it? Last week in the last segment.
Yeah.
In the last episode, and it was plain to see from me, man, because no one picked them to really beat the New York Knicks because everybody was riding on the New York Knicks. I'm picking them again. Like I said, my third eye seen it coming before it happened. I got the Hawks on this, man. Hawks beating the 76ers. That's with Embiid or out Embiid. And most likely it's going to be without Embiid. Rapid fire continues. Suns or the Lakers? Tonight, who do you have? I already know who you got. Who you got, Dubs? Cousin Zulu, who you got?
Suns.
Suns. I guess the sun is setting on the Lakers.
It's good. I want an underdog. I like it.
Yeah.
Facing
I got to
elimination,
switch up that pick.
everything
man.
stacked against us. Let's see. Let's
prove,
see what
prove it
happens.
to me, man.
Most elimination points scored when facing elimination.
Yeah.
LeBron James
On that one leg, man.
number one.
You're begging.
Once again, another intangible.
You're begging.
Come on.
Okay, Blazer or Nuggets? Who y'all got, man? Even though they're playing right now, somebody can take a peek at it. Who y'all got? Nuggets?
Yeah.
To close it out to win the series?
Nuggets, because Austin Rivers makes all the damn difference.
Yeah.
Not with Dame time. I'm sorry. I'm going Blazers.
Yeah, Blazers. Who you got? Cousin Zulu?
Don't care.
Don't care. Okay. I got the Nuggets as well, man. I think the Nuggets figured them out, out coaching them as well. Yeah, I think some of the people toned out Scott's shots, whatever his name is. All right, the Slippers or the Mavericks? Who y'all got? That's tomorrow night.
This was going to be in Dallas.
No.
Yes.
I think that.
Yeah,
It is in Dallas. You're right.
Yeah, but in this series, the away team has won every game.
Yes. So.
Okay.
So I'm going Dallas.
Going Dallas.
What?
Yeah, they play 4 games on the road.
Yeah. All right, Slippers not looking good. Who you got there, Cousin Zulu?
I'll go with the Clippers.
Clippers. Okay. Who you got, Chris? Clippers? Slippers?
Game 7 in Dallas. So no, Game 7 in Los Angeles.
Okay, so you got them winning tomorrow night.
Yeah.
All right.
Clippers.
Well, I got the Mavericks as well because Luka. Yeah, he got them.
I don't know if you can close them out, man. We'll see.
Game 7, Luka goes off for 62.
Ooh,
that would be crazy.
Okay. All right. Before we keep it moving, I would like to make a correction from the last episode. Embiid missed 21 games, not 11. Chris B and Dubz, y'all are trying to tell me he was going to be the MVP because he only missed 11 games. I'm surprised at you, being that you're a mathematical whiz. It's 21 games he missed.
21.
So is he still your MVP over Jokic?
No. I thought it was only 11. So no, he's not.
No. Okay. Chris B. And Cousin Zulu, jump in.
I'm still on Embiid. First seed.
Still on Embiid? Okay.
First seed.
We talking MVP?
And Embiid or Jokic for MVP?
I'll go with Embiid.
Embiid? Okay.
You see how many games has he missed?
21.
Wow.
To Jokic,
What about
9.
Jokic?
That's a quarter of the season.
Yeah.
No, I'll go with Jokic. He's missed too many games.
Okay. All right. So Jokic carries it. We brought this up in the previous episode when no one else was even considering it. And I'll quote Stephen A. This is mind-blowing, and nobody saw this coming. One more time, one more again. Who should replace Brad Stevens as the Celtics head coach? I'll give something out to y'all. Mark Jackson or the field? Cousin Zulu.
I actually like Mark Jackson, to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And there might be a point you made in terms of Stevens being soft, and he would be a counter to that culture. So you might jolt those guys. They might just need someone to kick their ass. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll go with Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson? Okay. Dubz.
I'm going to go with Mark Jackson as well.
Mark Jackson?
Yeah, because he's overdue.
Yeah. What about you, B?
I'm going to field.
Go to field?
Every time Mark Jackson, every time there's been a coaching vacancy, Mark Jackson has always been in play. He just doesn't take it.
Right.
I don't think it's a favorable spot from in Boston. I don't think so.
I think the culture.
Hey, there's a rumor that that lady who was she was the female coach.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Popovich's girl.
She might get the job.
That should be interesting. Well, can't get any softer than that. Oops.
No, yeah, she's tough.
Oops. I didn't mean that, GPS fans. I don't want to lose some of our female.
She's tough. She's tough.
Yeah, she's tough. She is tough. All right. Who is more likely to win a chip before the other? I'm not gonna like this one. The Knicks or the Cowboys?
Who's likely to win?
Yeah, a championship before the other. The Knicks or the
Cowboys are winning next year, so it's the
There
Cowboys.
you go. Thank you. I knew we agreed on something.
Put that cup of Kool-Aid down.
Exactly.
Who you got? Who you got, Dubs? Since you say that, who you got?
Hold on, it was
Knicks or the Cowboys? Who
gets
team's going to win a championship first?
Oh my gosh! Oh my!
I know, right?
Oh my gosh! Can I
This
take
is an unbearable pick.
This is rapid fire. Come on, y'all.
I know. All right, Cowboys. Shoot.
Cowboys. There you go. You know what's going on. Speak the realness,
Shoot, man.
not from your heart.
I'm playing devil's advocate, and the Knicks are one superstar away.
Start laughing. That's what I have here. Stephen A. Knicks. You know, I have to laugh at my Cowboys. The Knicks. Woo! This ain't gonna happen, y'all. This is how much I am going to enjoy this moment. It's crazy to me because when I listen to Stephen A. talking about this.
Phony rappers who do not write, phony rappers who do not excite, phony rappers. Check it out, alright?
Suckers getting all the hype up to get a gentleman's sweep. Ha ha! Who raised you? I would like to take this moment to point out how Stephen A. and the A is for asinine for thinking the New York Knicks were a formidable opponent in the 2021 playoffs. I was one of the only people who called it and picked the Hawks to beat the Knicks. Here is a case of the tea kettle calling the pot black. While yapping and spewing feces out of his pie hole about my Dallas Cowboys like he normally does, he didn't realize he too would become a prisoner of the moment and forget to be a true analyst and not a homer. So with saying that, I have just one thing to say to him, and I'm sure being of similar age and having roots from the Caribbean islands, he'll get it. When you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. Shout out to reggae pioneer Bob Nesta Marley. I love this. Hey, check it out. It'll be the Cowboys. We all know that. It ain't gonna be the Knicks. Knicks ain't sniffing that no time soon with that bum of an ewner that they have who threw Charles Oakley out of his. It made Spike Lee, and then what is the security doing? They don't know who Patrick Ewing is. Please, child, please get rid of that. All right, look, moving on. Now back to a case of win, loss, or pause. Shannon Sharp to Julio Jones, the call. I don't know if y'all heard it or not, right?
I heard it, yeah.
Okay. Is this a win, loss, or pause? B.
I mean, it's a win, I feel like. I don't think Julio wasn't aware that Shannon wasn't on air. I feel like he definitely knew.
Mm-hmm.
And he just by his actions wearing the Cowboys hoodie in public, like, come on. He knew what was up. I'm like, if you don't know Shannon Sharp is on Undisputed at whatever time during the day, then you just live under a rock, especially if you play sports. So I'm like, that call was a win to me.
Right. Okay. Dubs.
I want to say loss, man, because I don't think Julio knew that he was on the air. He spoke too freely, man. Oh, if he knew, it's the setup of the century, right?
Right.
I mean, but I don't think he knew, and I think Shannon is going to catch some flack for it because there are rules and regulations against doing what he did.
Okay.
So we haven't heard of anything coming down on him yet, but I think since it's a loss, I think we will hear of something coming down on them.
Okay. I call this a pause because this might end up being groundbreaking for sports related shows in the near future. We live in a microwave society in the minute and a now society. So what better than a quick phone call to settle an argument or a debate? That's how I see it. Yeah.
It's crazy. What the fuck is going on?
All right, y'all. Here we go. Crash dummy of this episode. Are all of those imbeciles posing as true fans of basketball and Danny Boy as well? That's who I have for the crash dummies of this episode. But I also want to play this just in case you guys didn't hear this.
You know, hopefully we can just keep it strictly basketball. You know, there's no belligerence or any racism going on, subtle racism and people yelling from the crowd. But even if it is, it's part of the nature of the game, and we're just going to focus on what we can control.
Danny Ainge, oh Danny Boy, shut the hell up and ride off into the dawn, okay? So Dubz and I went to, I'm just giving a little history, to high school with Julie Arbach, and a kind soul and a good friend of ours. So let's just say Red Arbach, her grandpa, who got his start as a PE teacher and basketball coach at PG County's Maryland Eleanor Roosevelt High School, and the pro team, the Washington Capitals, before they became the Baltimore Bullets and the Washington Bullets, was a great man who was woke and not a racist and did not tolerate racism. Case in point, documented relationships between he and the great Bill Russell. Bill Russell wrote in his autobiography, "Basketball is what I do, but it's not who I am because it does not define me as a man." Red gave him the opportunity to be the first black head coach of a professional sports team in North America, and he turned it into the first black head coach to win a championship. Also, I think he had the first black starting five for to be in the league. So he must be rolling over in his grave listening to Danny. Don't y'all think so? I believe so. So to Danny, I just want to say, stop lying. All right, the grapevine, real quick. Tennis star Naomi Osaka withdrew from the Roland Garros French Open due to her refusal to meet with the media and press, citing mental health issues. How do y'all feel about this, real quick?
My heart goes out to her. Anytime a professional athlete who are under constant stress and strain talks about their mental well-being, it's a hit to the heart, man, because think about what they go through to get to where they are in order to compete on a day in and day out basis. So mental health is no joke, and it's not anything to let go of or anything to be flippant about. And she's using her platform. I mean, yeah. She's a second seed in the tournament, and she withdrew from the tournament after playing one match. I mean, there's no better way to bring awareness than doing what she did. Right. So she's got a lot of gumption there, and hopefully tennis association responds the way they should. So, and I mean, it's an interview. I have a big issue with interviews. I still don't understand why female reporters are allowed in NBA and NFL locker rooms immediately after a game, with naked men walking all over the place. You won't put a male reporter in the ladies' locker room after a tennis match, will you? You won't put a male reporter in the WNBA locker room right after a game. It's not being done. Nope. So when you want to talk about equality, this is the other side of it. So yeah, man, my hat goes off to her. I feel for her, and I hope they respond the right way, man.
Well said. Well said. Chris B.
It's just a credit to me. I give her all the props. She really is making major moves with her platform and really bringing awareness to certain things like that. To be on this level of play that she is on and withdrawing is a major message to the tennis world. And I hope it's received. I hope there's something that goes into play to not pressure players if they don't feel the need to be in an interview after, you know what I'm saying?
Kyrie Irving.
continuous play, continuous tournaments, it's as an athlete of that star caliber, it is mentally taxing over and over again to be such a good, you know what I'm saying, athlete at your craft.
Right.
But then have to be hounded by press over and over and over and over.
Social media too right now. Just
yes,
you know,
it's
you want to get to know them, whatever, go to social media. You don't
exactly
need to stand there and have a bunch of reporters breathing down your neck.
So it's a really big kudos to her, and I really hope that some action is taken toward giving some of these professional athletes a mental health day. As simple as that. They're employees, right? They represent your brand. They represent your business and your company. So give them some days off. Don't fine them from not talking to the press. Who wants to be in front of cameras forever and ever and ever, especially if you're not used to something like that? So have some empathy for some of these athletes in these professional platforms and spaces.
Well said, B.
There's one more thing I say to it real quick. Serena Williams, go get 24, baby.
When one person doesn't want it, the other person will grab it. Not that she doesn't want it, but she'd rather sit it out. All right, there is a guy by the name of Leon Lett who played on the defensive line for my Dallas Cowboys, and he would be sweating profusely at Super Bowl press conferences, as you recall, and with the media on media day. And what seemed to be an ongoing joke at the time, now fast forward to 2021, and having educated oneself with we should realize it's not. He suffered from anxiety whenever a microphone or camera was shoved in his face. That was his reaction. Also, more recently, Marshawn Lynch. Now we know this is not a laughing matter. Let us protect the athletes the same way we protect others who suffer from anxiety in many different professions equally. All right, that's what I got to say about that. Now, this is what I've been waiting for. Is it fandom or is it just dumb fans? Now, I'm going to change that spelling from F-A-N-D-O-M to F-A-N-D-U-M-B. New York Knicks fans spitting on Trae Young. Philadelphia Sixers fans dumping popcorn on Russ. Utah Jazz fans harassing Ja Morant's parents by calling him his father and mother the N-word. And another told his mother to shut up, bitch. And Kyrie's plea to Bostonians to withhold their subtle racist comments worked. So I guess it wasn't subtle, but raw hate when an idiot hurled a water bottle containing a substance at him. Ever since I've been a fan of sports, I have never rooted for any teams from a city that I deemed, for the most part, being racist. So my trips to Provo, Utah, or Boston, Massachusetts were very unpleasant because I was confronted with extreme racism during every visit. Philly, Roosevelt, Long Island, and Staten Island was more subtle. Now, we had a copycat at the phone booth in DC's Chinatown during a Wizards game. I chalked this one up to the pandemic. He hasn't been out in a while. However, I am disappointed in the security because he should have given him the business, MMA ground and pound style, before escorting his dumbass out of the arena. Yeah. I'll let y'all take that.
Man, people are stupid. But more importantly, keep in mind, let's not lose sight of what these incidents were. These incidents were nothing more than certain people, and you know where I'm going, certain people exercising their level of privilege. Okay. And you know, we've talked about, we have many conversations about privilege this, privilege that.
Right.
But look at these people.
Right.
Look at who they are. And were any of them arrested? No.
No.
Did they all know they were not going to be arrested? Yes. So what if I get banned from a few games? But what if I can't ever go back to the arena again? I utilized my privilege. I did what I wanted to do. I ultimately got away with it without a fine, without whatever. And so it goes back to privilege. And until we put the right reforms in place, until we put the right measures in place to check these things are going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Definitely going to happen. That's for sure.
Yeah.
B.
So, along with that privilege, a lot of these fans feel entitled because they pay for these tickets. I got this, I pay for this, you know, I got this the courtside seats.
I pay your salary. No, you don't.
Yeah. So it's like they also feel entitled to do these actions. Like I've already paid for this, you know what I'm saying? They already see that they won't have the penalty against them, and they also feel the need that I already paid for these seats. I can do whatever I want to the players. They're nothing to me,
right.
And it's completely wrong. That takes fandom to a level that it should never reach. You shouldn't be insulting people's parents. You shouldn't be throwing things at the players. You shouldn't be spitting on them. Just because your team
that's assault, especially now.
It's literally you're literally breaking the law for your fandom, and it's putting a lot of the return to the stadium vibes in a bad light. Like it's went from, oh, the fans are back, to, oh no, the fans are acting crazy now. What has happened? Like the pandemic really ruined you to the point where you think and feel the need to run on court, throw things at players. Like you never did that before. I mean, you can not like a person, understandable, but to physically do anything to them is unneeded escalation. So really take things with a grain of salt and be mature. It's a team sport, it's a team game. You can't really do much. You can't hop on the court and drop 30. I'm sorry, you can't do that.
Nah. So that's why you pay your money to go watch real professionals out there get it done, because you can't do it. Anyhow. I got some questions for y'all. So I'm gonna pick right now some numbers for y'all. This is Bees. All right. Dubz, 07. Okay. Dubz, you got it. All right. Real quick. What do we have? Onside kick recovery. Who has the record for most field goals made in the NFL game? A, Rob Baronis. B, current Cowboys kicker Greg the Leg Zuerlein. C, Justin Tuckett in between the uprights Tucker. What do you have?
Justin Tucker.
Justin Tucker. And you're wrong, Dubz.
You haven't learned yet. It's Greg Zuerlein, because he put a Cowboys player in there. What's up?
But check this out, B. You're wrong. So there's only three. It's Rob Baronis against the Titans. Tennessee Titans. I knew y'all were going to think that. That's why I did that. Against the Tennessee Titans versus the Houston Texans in 2007, he kicked 8. Zuerlein kicked 7. And when he was with the Rams, and Tucker kicked 6. All right, make it or take it, Dubz, since you got the last one.
All right.
Who is the all-time leading shot blocker in NBA history? A, Mutombo, B, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, or C, Hakeem Olajuwon?
Hakeem Olajuwon.
And he got it! Hakeem with 3,830. And what is it? Mutombo, I think, was second, and he had 3,300. However, they didn't start recording this statistic until 1973. So Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain were left off the list. Okay. Just for the fun of it, extra innings. Who was the first Major League Baseball player to publicly join Bill Russell and Jim Brown to protest on behalf of civil rights for people of color? Whoever wants to jump at that.
Major League Baseball player.
Willie Mays, Larry Doby, or Jackie Robinson?
Oh, Jackie Robinson.
And he got this. Clean sweep. I see you, Dubz. You know your shit. All right. Hey, quick, before we wrap this up, this is the joke of the day. Too bad Cousin Zulu left early. What is green and white on the outside, hateful and imbecilic on the inside and out, and is usually delusional and inebriated at Celtics games? By George, I think Daniels got it. Miss me with that poppycock. Holla at Bill Russell or Cornbread Maxwell or read their autobiographies. That's all you got to do. The dumbass Celtics fan who threw the bottle at Kyrie Irving while wearing a Kevin Garnett #5 jersey, and when he was approached by the NAACP New England chapter, he uttered the go-to racist excuse phrase, "Some of my best friends are black." I don't care how you dress them or it up, it's still racism, y'all. Tomato, potato, G-string thong. Basically, that's how I see it, and I'm gonna give it like this.
It's crazy. What the fuck is going on?
Don't worry, I'm gonna send him the whole copy of this. What were you about to say, Dubz?
He wins the Rachel Dolezal Award.
Exactly, man. Look, man, it's been real, man. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed our special guest, Cousin Zulu. We're gonna have more for y'all. Yeah, we're gonna have more. Let's give it up for Cousin Zulu. He ain't here, but hey, we're here in spirit right now. Yeah, I can't wait till our next episode. We're gonna have some good stuff for y'all. Also, don't forget about checking out a new podcast that's coming out. But it's going to be some unknown stuff going on. It's going to be called The Unidentified, the podcast, okay? Some of the main players in that is going to be a guy by the name of Stick-Tuitive, another guy by the name of Vor, and also a guy called KOTJ, King of the Jungle, that is. All right, let's see what we got. This is what we got. A lie has many variations, but the truth none. Also, the truth runs marathons and lies run sprints. Let that marinate. I know why I did that. Men lie, women lie. Others lie. You got to put others. I don't want to offend anyone. The American government lied about what happened 100 years ago in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Time's up. Former National Security Advisor, retired Lieutenant General Michael Flynn tells more lies as he backpedals from his recent comment of a Miramar-style coup d'etat. Danny Ainge lied. Reality TV show is a lie, or reality TV is a lie. Even the Dalai Lama, the Pope, and Mother Teresa told some lies, but never has a ball on my eyes. Shout out to Rasheed Wallace. And a big ups to Doyle Mitchell of Industrial Banks, serving the Washington, D.C. and Prince George's County, Maryland communities since 1934. And to Mary Bazzini of Godman Power in Springfield, Virginia, with the Godman Grid solar power generators, power to the future. And to Yes We See Fashion, to clothe and unite us. That's yes in 3 languages, English, Francais, and Espanol. And Richie Rich and his Parkables, PARKERABLD.com. with the P Clarence Challenge, as well as the PGC Tribe, which is Prince George's County, Maryland Tribe. Also to Aleem and Joe with Storytime Production. And last but not least, D2, aka DJ Swig and Swig Entertainment. And like the truth about what happened in the Greenwood District, tagged by Black Wall Street by Booker T. Washington 100 years ago in Tulsa, Oklahoma, police reality shows, the suspicious Kentucky Derby winner Medina Spirit at the 2021 Belmont Stakes, and like that 17-year-old girl who grabbed her dogs after pushing Mama Bear off the fence while attacking her dogs.
Yes.
And after the Celtics, Knicks, Heat, Grizz, Wiz, and I guess the Blazers received a gentleman's sweep, except for the Blazers, in the first round of the playoffs. Also, Danny Ainge as a Celtics GM and Brad B.S. Stevens as head coach, and after Hall of Fame broadcaster Marv Albert, who cut his teeth as a Knicks play-by-play guy and also on a woman's butt cheeks in 1997 at a Pentagon City hotel. Go check it, Google it. Called his last playoff game. We out! One thing, Puta Cana on 3, y'all. 1, 2, 3. Puta Cana! Also, one last one for y'all.
Best Blue Rays. What is going on?
Great show, y'all. Great show, man. Great show. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's it, man. This is it right here, baby. Reach us, find us. You're going to enjoy more. We're going to have some more stuff for y'all, man, coming down the pipeline. So once again, to all our GPS fans out there, and also those who join us for the 500-pound gorilla in the Zoom, we out.